Today's episode is on the demo process. In advance of showing demo footage, I think it's important to make everyone aware of all that's happened to get us to demo day, because it's a lot. In this process, what we do before we ever start working on the ground is produce the plans. I produced all the plans for the interior renovation portion of the project. And then as an interior designer, I cannot design and stamp an addition project. So I worked with local architect Carter Skinner on the addition plans. So he produced the first addition plan, and I went through, and what I always like to do to kind of cross-check what they've done is, you know, is there everything there that I wanted? How does it work? I need to start thinking conceptually about millwork, cabinetry, traffic flows, as well as furniture. So I go ahead and do all the furniture plans in advance. And that sure enough revealed that maybe the doors to the breakfast room were too large to be able to fit a breakfast table that could seat up to 8 people. And it revealed that we needed some more recess for the kitchen cabinetry so that everything was sitting flush in these little kind of bumped out nooks. And then also get into, at that point, the exterior elevations. You know, what does that look like? The outdoor spaces also require furniture planning in advance. The first plans had our covered porch just way too small. We were trying to design to keep pretty magnificent maple tree. It was making the porch too short. I had to make that bigger. We did do that, and we're still saving the tree, hopefully. They're hand digging that portion when they go to pour footing, so I think we're good there. But that again kind of shows how it's so important to do a lot of this planning process in advance before these plans are set and stamped by the engineer and complete. Hand in hand while working through this process, I started working with our landscape architect, Frank Liggett, on designing the landscape plan. So I gave him a lot of my ideas and kind of what I wanted the field to be.
So I guess today they are doing the demo work that is required to start digging the footings for the foundation for the addition. So very exciting day. This crew is also going to do all of the new bluestone patio, covered porch, and porch off the ladies' lounge. Here comes a big one.
So before we started demoing, I walked through the house with a lot of people. I walked through with the trim carpenter, and just to show him kind of the renovation scope of work as well as the addition scope of work, and just talk about, you know, the moldings. Okay, so we're going to match the existing moldings from the house in these new areas, but then say in my like ladies lounge space, the molding that's there was something new that was added in the 80s, and it's not very quality stuff, and we're already losing a little bit in one space. So he would kind of help me make a decision of, yeah, MA, let's go ahead and just take all of that trim out in demo, and we'll just do something new. So there were a lot of kind of little decisions like that, which are really common in a renovation project alone, just on, you know, where do you draw the line of what's going to be new and what's going to be kept. So that really helped. So then we could have the demo crew kind of go through in one sweep and really get a lot of these things out. Any existing light fixtures, we didn't keep any. So all of those came out. We had chair rail in the dining room, which was part of demo because I want wallpaper panels to go all the way down. Chair rail in the kids' rooms needed to come out. The living room. I think really the gray area is with a lot of the millwork items. So also with demo, we needed to really consider existing flooring. So carpet came out in several areas, and it's going to be replaced with hardwood. Due to flooring transitions, this is always tricky in a renovation because you don't exactly know what kind of height differences you have between different flooring materials. So we are in some areas going to have to go back in with engineered site sand, stain, and finish hardwoods instead of just regular hardwoods because of there not being that much depth for the full-on hardwoods. So that way it's still going to be all the same material on the top, but it'll be a thinner piece in some of these areas where that was necessary. I'm gonna go back in the foyer with marble, but a new marble, so we'll demo out the existing marble. And I think that's about it for flooring, but definitely something that required a larger conversation and having a few people look at it before we finalize decisions on what stays and what goes. The addition is going to encompass a new kitchen for our family, so there were some nice appliances in the existing kitchen, so as part of that process, I love Habitat for Humanity, and they have a Restore, which raises money for their programs. So that's always a good source. Habitat will even just come and pick everything up. So big surprise yesterday was this brick wall in the back of my closet and Chester's closet. I thought it was gonna be super easy on paper just to like bust through and take over the closet that's beyond this closet to expand it. So I almost started crying. Corbett came over and he said,
We just take it just runs up to the top of the ceiling.
Miracle.
It's the veneer from the old house.
So Corbett's not worried about it, so I'm not worried about it. Closet plan continues.
Yes.
One of many surprises. So here in future dressing room space, we demoed out the cabinets and there was a lot of water damage directly above it. And so it turns out it's all because there was a flat roof on this portion of the house, and that is something we've already planned to demo and reframe on the exterior, just kind of to create a new roof line that connects to the addition. And there's also visible water damage here along the wall. So if you can avoid having a flat roof, always avoid it. If you can spend a little bit and get rid of one, do it. Our next demo surprise from yesterday was this. Beautiful, beautiful thick cased opening between the foyer and this little hallway area, soon to be butler's pantry. I loved it, and it got demoed. And if you look at the demo plan, the only thing that gets demoed is a dotted line, right? And it's the doors that are dotted, not the opening. But it wasn't drawn exactly as it is in real life for some reason, so it got demoed. Rest assured, it's getting repaired to its former glory, but these things happen. So this modern fireplace is now gone. It was quite an undertaking. You notice all brick and rubble everywhere still. So the next big step on this that's turned out to be a really big budget line item is lowering the firebox down so that I can have a flush hearth, because the way this floor plan works out, it really isn't going to work well to have a big old raised hearth. It's certainly not a 19-inch high raised hearth. So that is that. It's happening. I couldn't live with it. I think instead of busting out the brick that's here that's raised, I'm probably going to just carry this line all the way across. And then it's going to kind of have a similar feel to the formal living room fireplace. So then I'll just need to design a wood mantle to go around it, and also kind of figure out the bookcases that are going to go left and right of it. It's kind of unusual to have them sit proud of the mantle, even by a little bit. They're usually recessed. And this is going to be a scenario where they're going to need to sit proud. So I'm going to kind of try to figure out what am I going to do. Am I going to abut them to this and have them come over and do it that way? Or am I going to just build these to look like furniture and do custom furniture pieces left and right that kind of give it a little space? Or have it here and have the mantle actually connect to those. We've done that before in a project. So this is all kind of TBD. Got the wall elevated, just need to start sketching out some ideas. This bathroom, the tile was all set in a concrete bed. So demoing this space took a lot longer than they were planning on. Even the wall tile was a layer of, almost like you do plaster, a layer of the metal netting, and then concrete, and then the tiles was like super thick. So that gave them a real workout. But next step here, which hopefully is happening later today or tomorrow, is this wall is coming out. So then this whole space becomes a guest bathroom.